We've got 476 new confirmed COVID-19 cases. These numbers from yesterday, 235 of that in Lagos alone, right? I'm hoping that you're still wearing your mask. I'm hoping that you're still maintaining social distancing. And I'm hoping that you're still washing your hands and sanitizing your hands every chance you get. Stay safe out there, I beg. I take God and beg you. I need all 630,000 of you alive because without you, who will I give hard facts, huh? Now, I don't have a big three global for you today. Instead, we have a special interview. With the executive secretary of the NIPC. The NIPC is the Nigeria Investment Promotion Council. Her name is Yewande Sadiku, and she'll be joining us in a few seconds. After the news at 4, I will be right here bringing you ideas with Ayobe as well as Public Square. And we also have, great programming after the news at 6 o'clock. There's an investment program happening between 6:15 and 6:45. Pretty great stuff. You should be here still when that comes your way. You can watch this interview live on Nigeria Info 99.3 Facebook, Nigeria Info FM YouTube, so that you can watch Yewande and myself as we chat about COVID-19 and its impact on the country's economy. As usual, I'm going to be playing in just a minute, so you need to listen, call, play, and win 10,000 naira. Well, right now, let's get started with hard facts.
This is Hard Facts.
All right, joining me at the moment is Yewande Sadiku. Yewande is the Executive Secretary of NIPC, the Nigeria Investment Promotion Council. Ms. Sadiku, thank you so much for joining us on Hard Facts. Hello.
Thank you, Sandra. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. So let's get right into it. How much impact would you say COVID-19 has had on Nigeria's economy? Hello? 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 All right, so we're having technical difficulties with that. I'm hoping that we can solve that. She's joining us via Zoom, and so the conditions are typically not the best. But hopefully we sort that out and we can continue this conversation. If you just joined us, you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Typically on Fridays, we allow Nigeria to rest a bit and we take a look at stories from other parts of the world. And boys, there's so much going on in other parts of the world. But today we have this special interview lined up. We've been chasing this interview for a while, and so we finally gotten it. It's with the Nigeria Investment Promotion Council. So we're going to talk exactly about how COVID-19 has affected investment in the country. We'll talk about what we can do to spur domestic investment to make up for the slowdown in foreign direct investment. We'll talk about a bunch of other things because we're seeing how globally COVID-19 and the lockdowns continues to affect business, continues to affect investments, right? And Nigeria is dealing with her own share of the pandemic. Now, we're not testing enough by any margins, but here we are, dealing with it the best we know how. And we still need to find a way to ensure that we're not broke at the end of this, that we still have an economy at the end of this. And people who ensure that things like that can continue, things like that can go on, are those of them who work with the Nigeria Investment Promotion Council. So we're going to get in touch again with Yewande Sadiku, who is the Executive Secretary. And when she joins us, we'll continue this conversation. Now, investment is, of course, the only way to grow the economy, right? Earlier this month, we saw the latest employment numbers. So we all know that Nigeria needs jobs, and jobs can only come if we get more investment for Nigeria if we get more investment, right? And bringing in more investments for Nigeria is the job of the guest that I have on the show today. Like I said, she's the executive secretary of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Council, and I think we have her back on the line. Miss Yewande, hello. Miss Sadiku?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Apologies, I seem to be struggling quite a bit with the quality of the data connection today. Fantastic.
Okay, but let's get on with it though, while we can still hear you. Now, before you talk to me about how much impact you would say COVID-19
Hello?
has had on Nigeria's economy, can you talk to me about what exactly the NIPC does? Hello? Hello? Miss Sadiku?
Yes. I hope you can hear me now.
I think we're just going to switch and I'll
Hope you
call
can
you.
hear me now.
I think we can just switch. We're going to switch and let me just call you over the phone. That's typically better, right? So let's just switch. I'll call you over the phone and we'll get this on the way because your internet isn't cooperating with this conversation, very unfortunately. All right. So hang in there. I'll call you using a phone.
Hello, I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and you come to me for hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Living in the digital age means you're bombarded with information.
The federal government is asking Lagosians to believe.
Speaker of the House, Femi Gbajabiamila, it's getting harder and harder to find the truth in the disinformation or to put today's headlines into context.
One of our soldiers shot me, Sandra, on my ribs. Sandra.
That's why I'm here. I ask the tough questions that get to the root of things.
The previous election had allegations of rigging.
Well, Sandra, let's leave the realm of conjecture, if you know what I mean. Nobody has been able to prove that 2018 elections were rigged.
I tell you the history behind the news.
I need to take you back. I need to give you a bit of history. Now, Zimbabwe got its independence.
I cut through the spin and show you the facts.
Yeah, but Kayode, Kayode, hold on. Kayode, no, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
There's a reason why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians, 570,000 of you.
630,000 people listen to Hard Facts.
They know what they're looking for. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
The most amazing feeling I feel. Words can't describe it. Feeling for real. Baby, I paint the sky blue. False alarms and false starts. All made better by the sound in your heart. Yeah. All the pain of the last time. I prayed so hard. God's gift, I wish I would have prayed more. God makes no mistakes, I made a few. Rough sledding here and there, but I made it through. I wreak havoc on the world. Get ready for part 2. A younger, smarter, faster me. So a pinch of hope. Then he died. most beautiful thing. Life is a gift, love. Yeah.
Okay, we have sorted the technical issues and now we're back at a good old phone call. Those don't fail you. We've got Yuko on the line. Hello, miss. Thank you so much for joining us over the phone. Hello? Hello? Hello, Miss Sadiku.
Hello.
Hi, you're live on the show now.
Fantastic.
I think
apologies about the connection today. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so one of the things that you probably need to figure out is how to get investors to invest in internet service, internet service provision, huh?
Every time we struggle with a poor data connection, people often crack that joke. But it is true, and it's not the only sector in any case that we're trying to attract more investments in.
So I was asking you before the internet crapped out, what exactly does NIPC do?
It's a question I get asked often. NIPC is a federal government agency that was established to encourage, promote, and coordinate investments in Nigeria. We're principally an advocacy agency, and we serve 4 principal functions. The first one is to project a positive image for Nigeria as an attractive investment destination. So we're always looking for information to project, the Nigerian story. The second is to encourage people to invest in Nigeria, whether they're Nigerians or non-Nigerians. So we help them with information that will help them make better informed decisions. And it's everything from sector materials to company-specific materials. Because we're a government agency, essentially we do a lot of connecting people with, those who have the information. The third part of NIPC's mandate is providing aftercare, to those who have invested, helping to resolve issues where they exist, facilitating resolutions where they exist between investors and government agencies. I mean, all of this means that we engage with investors quite a bit, which brings me to the fourth aspect of NIPC's mandate, which is policy advocacy, where we initiate or support measures aimed at helping Nigeria to achieve her own articulated investment ambitions. Now, it's important for me to repeat that we're an advocacy agency. So we advise, and our advice is generally to government agencies or to government structures about what should be done to help Nigeria achieve her investment ambitions. But we don't have the power of compulsion.
I see.
And I always find that it's important to put it in context so that people understand that our work is advisory, but we still need to work through, whoever is responsible for the policy making, to, leverage and take that advice.
I see. What advice have you given Nigeria to spur domestic investments to make up for the slowdown in FDI?
We've always felt that Nigerians have more capacity to invest in their own country than we have been seeing. We've always felt the need to actively drive, first, what I'll call domestic direct investment. That's Nigerians investing in breaking new ground, starting new ventures. But it's also important that we have more aggressive domestic capital aggregation. The pension industry is the biggest provider of capital in Nigeria now. All the other buckets of capital for the country, for Nigeria, will need to be aggressively developed. But in the context of what needs to be done to get more Nigerians to invest, in reality, Nigerian investors are no different from other investors. They're looking for the same thing that everybody is looking for: a conducive environment to do business, a decent return. Not just a decent return, if you look in the context of the risk that is taken for investment, a reward that matches that risk. And the opportunity to create wealth, to create value. But we also find increasingly that people are also interested in doing good. So impact investing is becoming, even more important. But we felt, and we feel that if you look at the Nigerian narrative, when we talk about Nigerians, when we hear about Nigerians, there's this wealth that is ascribed to Nigerians, especially abroad, that you don't necessarily see translated into investments in Nigeria. We would like to see more Nigerians who have the capacity investing in Nigeria and serving, if you like, as a taste of the pudding that then helps foreigners to join them in that investment journey, or help Nigerians who have less than the wealthy to aggregate their own capital, to put alongside the wealthy.
Okay. I'm curious, though. I want to go back to foreign investment for a bit. There's some concern among some analysts about the difficulties in accessing foreign exchange from the CBN. Is there a way that we can promote investment if investors are worried about getting money out?
It depends on the view that the investors have. First off, it is difficult to attract investors without clarity for investors as to how they will get their money out when they need to. So that's the first thing I think it is to establish. And based on Nigerian law, the capacity, the ability to take out their money when they want exists in Nigerian law. What we're dealing with now is not a permanent state, and it is something that many countries go through. At times like this, where foreign inflows are restricted, but investors still need the capacity to take it out. So we've heard the concerns that many investors have about getting foreign currency. Now, if an investor has a very long-term view, and I've always felt that, given the realities of the Nigerian market, it's not an appropriate short-term market. But if you have a long-term view, certainly in the long term, Nigeria delivers the returns that investors expect. So if investors, if they had the capacity to to term out, if you like, their view. And while they cannot get that capital out, to invest it in other avenues in the country. We've been through this sort of difficulty in getting foreign currency before, happened around 2005, 2015, 2016. Happened again, before then, during the financial crisis of 2008. So it is something that happens as markets do, from time to time.
You recently said that 10 states don't have investment promotion agencies yet. What's the major reason why they don't? Why do states need IPAs?
IPAs represent a coordinated, disciplined, empowered vehicle for attracting investment. Everybody who works there is focused on that object, and they're empowered by law to do the things that they need to do to connect investors with opportunities. It is not necessarily true that you need an IPA to attract investors, but it helps make that journey. It helps focus it even better.
Okay.
In the same way that accountants, an accounting software to do it. So investment promotion agencies know how investors think. They know what investors want. They advise government on the one hand on capacity legally things that the country requires. And there are many, there are more than 200 promotion agencies globally. They're federal, they're state, they're regional. But the world recognizes that investment promotion adds value. Best practice investment promotion, though, is expensive. And that may be the reason why it is difficult for many, to do it fully.
How much has COVID-19 affected foreign investment into Nigeria? Because globally, COVID-19 and the lockdowns in response to COVID-19 has led to an economic contraction. We've also seen institutional investors migrate to safer assets like gold and treasuries. So how much would you say COVID-19 has affected foreign investment into Nigeria? What's the medium-term outlook?
Let me put it first in context. UNCTAD is a UN agency that specializes in the investment field, and their own estimate, which was last published in March, indicated that FDI in 2020-2021, which I suppose fits your medium-term object, is expected to fall by 30 to 40%. That would take us to probably the lowest level that we've seen in the last 20 years.
Who said that?
UNCTAD.
UNCTAD. Okay.
Yes. We estimated a 30 to 40% decline in 2020-2021. When I look at it across, the last 20 years, that level is about the lowest that we've seen in 20 years. So the it's expected to be even lower than what was seen during the global financial crisis. So in a global context, it is first useful to frame the fact that it is expected to be bad. And when you talk about FDI, where does the money come from? First, it's investors bringing money from their own countries. A lot of this it's new money, but it is also profits that they made in markets that they then reinvest. The fact that profits have shrunken as they have generally, the expectation is that profits across the board, and this is also based on some work that UNCTAD did, is that a massive contraction, maybe 50%, is expected globally. The long and short is that the trend that we will see in Nigeria first will mirror what we expect globally, but given that flows to Africa and flows to Nigeria have been historically lower than you would expect based on population, based on economic potential, based on the size of the economies. We think the numbers in Nigeria would, at the very least, be in the 30 to 40% range. At NIPC, we track investment announcements. I know they're not investments, but they give us a sense. They give us a directional sense of investor interest. And what we tracked in the first half of this year, these are announcements, not actual investments. What we tracked in the first half of this year was about 5.06 billion of investment announcements, which is about a third of what we recorded in the same period last year.
We speaking of announcements, we recently saw ShopRite announce that it's going to be selling a majority stake to Nigerian investors. What signals do you think this sends separately to the Nigerian investor community and the foreign community?
So ShopRite is an interesting one. The ShopRite announcement, they didn't say, I don't know that the official announcement they put out said they were selling to Nigerian investors. They simply said that they were selling to investors, but the various outlets have been agog about exactly who they're selling to. I would first like to put in context what we think about ShopRite's business, and that is that it is a material, it's a material investment in Nigeria. ShopRite is an investor that we consider to be of significant significant importance. We think it is a strategic one for Nigeria because ShopRite outlets, and they have about 25 outlets in 11 states. They employ about 4,500 people directly and indirectly. Most of them are Nigerians. In fact, I can probably comfortably say only a handful are not Nigerian. But ShopRite outlets allow about 500 Nigerian farmers and small businesses to get their local produce and their products to millions of Nigerian consumers. So it is a material connector and aggregator. In that sector, in the retail sector, there's a lot more investment that is required in physical stores, in e-commerce. So we found the ShopRite. ShopRite is an organization that NIPC is familiar with because we've facilitated resolutions on their behalf in the past, and we're working on such resolutions here. ShopRite, in the parent company in South Africa, is probably the largest supermarket operator on the continent. The shops they have in Nigeria is probably the largest chain you have in the country. So when an investor like that makes an announcement, it is certainly one that should interest all of us. And that all of us, in government should be concerned about the what and the why. And the challenges they face, the challenges that investors face generally, something that on a daily basis, we at NIPC, advocate for a quick resolution to make the investment environment as conducive as possible for investments, whether those investments are from Nigerians or non-Nigerians.
Okay. What a way to put it. If you just tuned into the show, you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're talking about investments. And we have on the show with us the Executive Secretary of NIPC. NIPC is the Nigeria Investment Promotion Council. Her name is Yewande Sadiku. Yewande, the federal...
Sorry, Sandra. It's Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission.
Oh, commission, not council. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Let's talk about the Federal Executive Council recently approving the establishment of the Nigeria Youth Investment Fund and allotting 75 billion for its 3 years of development. What are some of the plans from your agency to actualize this?
It's early days yet to talk about from NIPC actualizing it, but I can tell you that there's a ministerial committee now that is working on the structure for this fund and looking at the various aspects of it. NIPC is involved with that, working across a number of streams. But we think it is a fantastic idea to empower the youth with investments that they may struggle to get in other avenues. And Nigeria will not be the first country to have a youth investment fund. They have it in Kenya, they have it in Bangladesh, they have it in a number of other countries. We think that the resources that the federal government puts on the table, as with anything related to investment, will not be sufficient. So we would like to see a structure for the fund that enables other types of capital to be attracted to avail Nigerian youth. If you look at the population of Nigerian youth, in that 15 to 35 age bracket, there are probably at least 70 million Nigerians. So the resources of government alone cannot be sufficient, for their investment needs.
Is there a role you think that Nigerian youth can have in making Nigeria attractive to investors?
Is there a role? Nigerian youth play a very key role in making Nigeria attractive to investors.
Okay.
The reputation that Nigeria has, the energy of Nigerians, the irrepressible spirit, the can-do attitude generally comes from the value that Nigerian youth represent. So that dividend that comes from, having value that cannot be shaken is principally represented, by the energy of Nigerian youth.
The final question, and then I'll let you go. The government just passed the New Companies and Allied Matters Act. How will this new CAMA affect both domestic and foreign investment?
It is designed in many ways to make it easier for people to start a new business, for people to run business, and for people who run small businesses to manage them without as much red tape as existed previously. So we expect that when it is fully operational is not the right word because the law already exists, but when it is fully understood and in running in full, it will certainly be easier for people to start new businesses in Nigeria, whether they're Nigerians or non-Nigerians. The fact that one company, that a person can own their company, that you don't need to go through red tape of using advisors if you don't need, that you don't need the appointment of auditors if it is a small business and the like. The things that should open the outlet, if you like, for business to be formed. And the ability to form a new business easily is what usually spurs the entrepreneurial energy in many countries. That you can start a company as quickly as you can think about it.
Okay. Yewande Sadiku is the Executive Secretary at NIPC. NIPC is the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission. Thank you so much, Yewande, for joining us on Hard Facts today.
Thank you, Sandra. I enjoyed chatting with you.
All right, Lagos, let's talk about the conversation we just had. What do you think about the points that she raised? I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Don't go away.
Hard Facts will be right back.
Barrister, Boma Agapi, SAN, Mrs. Tom Okewale, Sandra Ezekwesili, and many more. For registration and more information, please call 080-332-61274 or email info@cbl.com.ng. Join the meeting and lend your voice. It is not okay to be silent.
Rome Business School Nigeria is a managerial training and research institute of excellence. With the best international standards at Rome Business School Nigeria, we provide managerial training courses that will help you kick off your professional career. Our courses range from business administration to international human resource management, as well as marketing and communications, plus more. With dual intakes every year in October and March, our 2020 admission is already open. The Lagos campus is situated at 10B Abimbola Okunyuga Crescent, Ikeja, GRA, Lagos. For more information, contact us on 0810-508-4635 or 0901-401-2607. Rome Business School Nigeria. Better managers for a better world.
Welcome back to Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekwesili.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili. It's 20 minutes to the top of the hour. What did you think of the things that Ms. Sadiku had to say about NIPC's work, their hopes to attract local investment, foreign investment, ShopRite's role, the hopes for the money created to help fund the youth, her opinion of what Kama is supposed to do? What did you think of that interview? 0700-993-993 0700 993 993 993. You can also send your thoughts to us via WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080 959 75805. 080 959 75805. We've got Samuel on the line. Samuel is up first. Sorry about that. Samuel, if you can call back, please do call back. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And, oh wait, hold on. I think Samuel is still there, but I'm not sure. Hello? Is he there? So we have a new phone system. And, I just saw it as soon as I came into work. So I'm going to try to figure it out while we're having this conversation. So if I press spoil, just know that it's a new phone system. And so I don't really know how to work it yet. But it's supposed to make our connection better. It's supposed to make communication between you and I better. It's also supposed to be to help us figure out which numbers have women calling and which ones have men calling, so that we can have a lot more women calling to the different shows and hear their voices on air. We've got MI in Akoka on the line. Hello, MI. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling us.
I come to you for Hard Facts, Sandra.
Yes, you do.
I would have loved to speak to her, but now that she's gone, well, my fellowship here happens. About politics, you should understand that you're not anti-regulation, right? The system of business community that she's not determining possibilities. Do you understand? Sandra, I can't get over my head that a small boy of 21 years old started the company in a garage. Today, that company is worth $2 trillion. Do you understand? She said it herself. A fund is not sustainable. We have 100 million young people in this country. Madone, how are you going to give all this kind of people money? Do you understand? Let's we enter in Madu. What you need is a policy environment that enables businesses to thrive. Even in the darkness, the hand can find its way to the mouth. You don't need the handout. This is not a socialist company. This is capitalism. Do you understand? So nobody is fighting the fund, but sustainability. No money now. Get the money now. Do you understand? So let's talk about economics. Let's talk about politics. She has good intentions, but good intentions are not enough. Talk about long-term investment. I said, see, what the problem is, again, it goes back to good intentions, but we work in silos in the country, Sandra. As an investor, let's forget about the Nigerian. As an investor now, you want to invest in Nigeria. How many what the official exchange of Nigeria? CBN is telling you something. Parallel market is saying something. There are many exchange windows. So if I put in money now and tomorrow they devalue the naira, who loses? Do you understand? Investors don't have free money to throw around. So you need to unify this thing. Today, I invest in something, they cancel transportation, policies are moved out of business. Until they say certainty, long-term investment, but when they say certainty, I can say, okay, this will sustain it. Not if somebody comes, then another person comes, another policy. One person makes an announcement and I lose $10 billion. Who does that? You understand? So I admire patriotism and good intention, but no, money is not emotion. You understand? Give me a model that investors are comfortable and put their money. Thank you very much, Sandra.
Thank you very much for calling us. I appreciate it. Hello. Okay. Thank you for calling. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sandra.
What's your name?
My name is Richard. Please, Sandra, I've been looking a way to get in touch with you. Please, can I give you my number so that after I can discuss what I want to discuss with you, please?
Well, your number is written on our screen, so I'll just copy it down. Thank you for calling us. Ruben is in Ikbaja. Hello, Ruben. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, Ezekwesili.
How you doing?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Obi Ruben calling from Ikbaja, Lagos.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think what I just want to contribute on this is about what Kama is supposed to do. Yeah, the government has not do any business to audit any account of the church. I have said it in many forums. what is happening here in Nigeria, I think that this one is a direct attack on the church.
Well, how come it's only the church talking? It's not just the church. The mosque
I
is
am
also
telling you now,
the mosque is also there. NGOs
I
are there.
know.
Why is it only church complaining?
You've had this argument. I've listened. I've never called for once today. The reason why I am saying, what is the turnover of the mosques here in Nigeria? Mosques and other religions, they are doing even capital flight. It is their destiny that they are taking to Saudi Arabia. We have international church here in Nigeria that money is flowing into Nigeria, like Redeem. Do you know how many countries in the world that Redeem is? Do you know how many people that are bringing money there?
And in those countries, Redeem is subject to the government doing the exact same thing. In the UK, at least, Ruben, you have the UK Charity Commission overlooking the affairs of the church. Why are you resistant to that here in Nigeria?
This is my differences with you, that I really fought your argument now. Must we always adopt anything that the UK are doing? Okay, in Vatican is the Italian government.
I thought you said you wanted good governance. This is one seed of good governance. What is the problem with this particular one? But unfortunately, Seth, Ruben, we're not even talking about this church matter, and I don't want us to derail this conversation. We're not talking about karma regarding the church. Well, if you want to talk about karma within the confines of karma and businesses and how it's going to make doing business easy, attract more local investors. Uzo is in Baroa. Hello, Uzo. Thanks for calling us. Udo, welcome. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, man. God bless you.
Good afternoon. Bless you too. Uzo, we're barely hearing you. Your voice is very faint. Maybe you call us back if you can. 99.3. Hello? 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 Okay. 99.3. How exactly does this thing work? How are you? What's your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Paul, calling for sir.
Okay, good to have you on the show. Okay. All right, then. They're going to figure out how that works and, teach me. But in the meantime, let me go to WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Akinwumi Akintayo says, good afternoon, Sandra. The investors are not to be begged to come and invest. What the government needs to do is to make an enabling environment that is conducive for business to thrive. Just put the infrastructure in place and the economy will drive itself. All right, Akinwumi Akintayo, thank you for sending your message in. We've got more people who are sending us messages via WhatsApp. Again, WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. We've got Udoka back on the line. Hello, Udoka. Thank you for calling. Hello, Udoka.
Yeah, Sandra, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. How is the work?
Work is good. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm calling you from Munchiladipo.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah. Concerning this COVID-19, in fact, the thing have affected us so much.
Okay.
Even today, the engine that we are buying before, like 200,000, we are buying now. If I bought today 300,000.
Wow.
You see the difference.
Wow.
So that is the situation. The thing affects us so much.
Where do you buy it from?
We are buying from warehouse.
Okay, a warehouse here in Nigeria.
Importer that import, then we buy from them, then we sell in our shop.
What did they say is the reason why it has gone up so much?
Because of the demand.
Oh.
Yeah.
What kind of machine is that?
That is engine motor.
Oh, engine for motor. Okay, so demand. What do you mean because of demand? There's no demand or there's high demand?
High demand. People are coming to buy, and the thing is, we can't even see much in the warehouse.
Oh, so people are coming to buy and they cannot replenish what they have in stock because flights are not open yet.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Udoka, thank you so much for calling to share this with me. I appreciate it. 0700-993-993. I had a conversation with Yewande Sadiku today. She's the executive secretary of NIPC. That's the Nigeria Investment Promotion Commission. And we talked about, what she thinks COVID-19 has done to Nigeria's potential as a foreign investment destination. We also talked about what she thinks the medium-term outlook is, and she gave me a bunch of interesting answers. We've got Richard on the line. Hello, Richard. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I just want to comment on a Kama Palava.
Is it Kama about church?
No. Generally, I just want to make comments on it.
Okay, let me hear.
I'm not here to attack anybody.
Let me hear your comments.
Now, it is good what government is trying to do on that platform. Now, the thing is that my fear now is that do they have a credible people that will not compromise that? That will not connive with church executive in order to carry out the
you're still talking about church. We're not talking about church. If you want to talk about Kama, talk about Kama from the place of how it's going to affect domestic and foreign investment. Talk about Kama from the aspect of how it's going to affect ease of doing business, ease of opening a new company and all of that. There are so many aspects of Kama. Like, Kama is a 600-page document. I read all of it, and this part about mosques, about religious centers, which includes mosques. So, say mosque dey inside this thing. Nobody they complain about mosque. Only church are they hear the gist since. Mosque just keep quiet. Muslims are quiet. Why are Christians making noise? NGO they inside this thing too. It's only a small part that caters to religious centers and non-governmental organizations. This document addresses so many other things. What does that say about us that we're not paying attention to all the other business arguments that this act makes, and we're focusing only on the religious part? What does that say about us as a people, as a serious country? Hello, Ladi. Thanks for calling. Hello, Ladi. Welcome.
Hey, Sandra. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, Jeff.
Thank you.
So, you're welcome. My advice for the Nigeria Investment Promotion Commission, is that they should advocate a people-oriented public policy that will encourage Nigerians to invest. That's just my position.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling to share that position with us on the show. We've got Grandma Princess who says, let's face facts. In foreign countries, churches generate funds through collection of tithe, etc., and it's usually audited by the government. And as a result, church members who are less privileged and even other people who are not able to take care of themselves in the society are cared for through these church funds. In this case, if government of Nigeria has the same intention in mind, that is why they want to regulate church funds, then I think they're doing the right thing. All right, I'm not going to keep reading that message, Grandma Princess, because I don't want to talk about karma and religion. No, I don't want to talk about that. We've got somebody who says that he sells tires and he thinks that the problem is dollar. It's not demand, it's dollar. That tires are also very expensive at the moment. He says they're experiencing the same annoying inflation. Chima from Ayobo, thank you for sending your message in. Hello, Sandra. Thank God Ruben claimed the mosque and other NGOs are not making money like churches. Okay, again, like I said, we're not going to talk about, no, I'm not having that conversation. What government needs to do is create an enabling environment for foreign investors to thrive. Simeon says, price and cost of things are high because of exchange rate. Dollar rising has affected a lot of things. Do you know it's not advisable for a Christian? I don't care. My name is Kende from Ijegun. Sandra, let the government design an enabling environment which would drive in foreign and local business for development purposes. Let the right policies prevail. Okay. More messages here. Sandra, you're becoming offensive. What do you mean by churches are making noise? We've got Abdusalam in Agege who says investment in Nigeria will dwindle this year, just like in other parts of the world. But our problem is that we don't have enough entrepreneurs. We'd rather have businessmen. Entrepreneurs satisfy people's needs and then make money from there. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for sending your messages in. I'll take a final message from a final call from Juliet. I'm hoping she's still there. Hello, Juliet. Are you still there? Hello, Juliet. Oh, she's not there anymore. Okay, that's why we're going to wrap up the show today. We've got a winner for just a minute. Somebody called into Joyce's show today and answered questions for just a minute. So congratulations to that person. Your name is Henry Ezekwesili. Henry Ezekwesili, congratulations. And we do hope you enjoy your 10,000 naira. We have your details already and we're going to be sending you that money. So have yourself a fantastic weekend, huh? Why don't you? Let's do this again on Monday. On Monday, we're going to talk about Nigeria's unemployment numbers. I have somebody from Steers Business coming, as well as SBM Intelligence. And together, we'll take a look at the data released by the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. We'll look at Nigeria's unemployment data, and we'll talk about the way forward. On Tuesday, we'll have a conversation about wills, why it's important for you to write a will. At 5 p.m., that's when that conversation will happen. Big 3, as always, comes Tuesday. We have the big weekend. So all the big stories from this weekend, you'll hear about them Monday at 3. Coming up is Ideas with Ayobe and Public Square with Agoro. They'll hand over to an investment arm who will come and talk to you about what you should be doing with the money you have so that you can make even more money from it. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on all of my social media platforms, all of them, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Sandra Ezekwesili, Ezekwesili. Until Monday. Those are your hard facts, Lagos. Good night.
It's okay. That's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. Let me explain. It's okay. She off your mic.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk.